Optimal.
That was almost a bad opener.
No, it was a fantastic opener,
It
because
was
it did
great.
because it only got the laughter. It's been a hot minute. Uh, especially for Piper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, don't need to worry about that. In terms of where we are, technically speaking, we have two assignments on the board. And I will be able to introduce the third one, but we should do a little bit of a recap first before we get into that. Our custodians got a new assignment, well, last time I believe it was, the keeper of the temple, in which they,
No, I think we did that two ago because Piper was in the last one.
I
Yeah,
was in the last one, yeah.
we got the awful tower thingy
oh,
last time.
We
Yeah,
have
oh,
we're in
introduced the
the.
Skyward Sprawl.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, I don't know why. Must have not changed the status then.
Yeah,
Okay.
because we definitely have responses to the which
Uh,
yeah, I
yeah.
was yeah, I
Okay.
When last we left off, I
teamwork.
think we were all outside the magic circle of the keeper of the temple, getting ready to delve that dungeon.
Oh, that's right. Audience members can see that it has been a hot minute, and I do not.
I also remember telling dear husband to fuck off with the 12 auto 12 plus with my custom move.
Yeah, and he's
That
just like,
also happened.
it's like, okay, bye. See you later. Uh, all right. So we do have the Skyward Sprawl, which no one has gone to yet. We have the Sleepless Warden, which Pepper left last time. Yeah. And like he beeped and bopped around the Keeper of the Temple. Nothing unusual going on there now, is it? But you're about to prepare to delve into the temple itself, which is very going to be a fun time. In terms of status amongst the custodians, Trinity has a taste word and as well as a hungry little guy. Anyone can be a guy.
Little guy is gender neutral. Everyone knows that.
Mhm. Piper, on the other hand, has motherhood, which is not gender neutral.
It's pretty explicit.
Mhm. Zeth has familial bonding, wretched hands, and it seeks your light eternally. Uh, full up on conditions and ready to head into the temple.
Oh no, Zeb's gonna go to the Skyward Sprawl. I need to clear these fuckers. I'm not going in there with three conditions. Are you fucking kidding me?
That's all right.
Mhm.
That's all right. Trinity and I will deal with this.
Mhm.
Yeah, Trinity's definitely gonna stay in this hellhole.
No, Zeb is gonna sneak off because I don't know. I'll figure out a reason in the fiction, but
All right. You may elect new end of session questions. Uh, Also, I believed I am owed some verses.
I do.
Who
Mhm.
owes you a verse?
Me.
I don't think I have any.
Yeah. Okay.
I've got one. It's the second to the last one before the final prayer. Fun fact. I have other ones still, but I just wanted to get, the final prayer,
Mhm.
primed and ready just in
Yeah.
case.
Yeah.
Ready to fucking grip it and rip it.
Did I write one for this? I don't know if I did. I knew I forgot to open something else.
Mhm.
I did not. That's fine. I'll bullshit it.
Okay.
So this sweltering crucible narrate a scene in the present day, showing how you have grown strong in your faith again. You can now hear and understand the language of plants.
Ooh.
Indeed. I think I do this with tying in my new move too, actually. Um, I think we see Trinity going off. Not not into the hellhole of the Keeper of the Temple. This is probably a bit, just a little bit before she went there. Um, and she goes to a large tree in a familiar farmyard. Um, Cuts herself open and shoves her hand deep into the ground, um, grabbing hold of the roots and letting them crawl into her veins. Uh, and then pulsing with the divine sap, she goes inside her old house and puts the finishing touches on a doll that resembles a certain sibling of hers, and pours the sap into it to bring it to life.
We have perfectly normal feelings about this. And now we go to the investigation phase. Zeph, I'll allow you to sneak off quite easily.
Cool, because I need a journey phase.
Yeah. Do you want to go see your husband?
Yeah, I have an idea for this. I think he's gonna uh basically like he's already here. At this point, Zeph has
Mhm.
accepted that she just can't escape him. Uh and I think that she is just gonna like ask him for a ride to the new place. And uh
Mhm.
I think that he's probably going to agree. And then uh we see that he is first says, but I am in the middle of something, so I'd like to have you come and explain to my friends why I'll be needing to leave. And takes her down into the basement where there are a bunch of old is a table, belt, and everything. Uh, like a yellow light above, like clearly spotlighting the table. All of the HOA members can put down their hands of cards. There's a pile of chips in the middle of the table. And they stare at Zeph and the dear husband. And Zeph's kind of like flushed a little bit, uh, and goes to speak when one of the HOA members says, damn, you got a nice catch there, boss. Another one kind of nods and looks Zeph up and down and says, hmm, yeah, like something nice, young thing, curvy. Well, I think Zeph is just kind of like fully flushed and uh, blushing, clearly embarrassed, and she stammers out before anyone can say anything else. Uh, I need my husband to take me somewhere for a prior engagement. Sorry. And quickly walks right back up the stairs.
Yeah, I would say that this would probably trigger the journey move. But however, a follow-up question. Does this answer how does your husband use your body for his pleasure?
Yeah, he's showing her off to his friends.
Hmm.
Like, look at my hot piece of ass.
Yeah. You may clear two conditions then.
Excellent. I'm gonna get rid of wretched hands, and it seeks your light eternally.
Yeah.
The idea being like clearly her hands aren't wretched, just got like ogled, and it seeks your light eternally is just gone because dear husband is another god, and uh, that was
Mm.
something that's just from a saint. So it's just like, get that nasty aura off of you.
Hmm. You have to be a good girl.
Yeah.
All right. You'll go to the other assignment momentarily, but we'll cut back to Trinity and Piper, who are at the entrance of, well, the temple once again. The Auditorium is the opening room. You've been here before, at least Trinity has. The the various vines, they sort of still creep about, not as numerous as when you first entered here. Do head in further.
Is the Gauditorium
Mm.
technically abandoned?
Technically, yes.
All right. As we ride in on my noble steed, which I imagine has turned into a massive fucking black horse,
Hmm.
as we cross over the barrier into Fantasyland, if that's all right with you.
Yes. I would
Um,
also like you to describe your character,
oh yeah. Um,
Skelenora Jr.
yes.
I
I
forgot the
have
fucking name.
Skelenora Jr., priestess of the birthing jaws. I'm just going to give you a vibe. And her vibe is Bog Witch Necromancer MILF. There's definitely like robes and everything. She is playing up how old she is, and like she's kind of proudly displaying her warrior scars. There's a breastplate of bones and everything. So uh yeah, it's Bog Witch Necromancer MILF.
So we've got Butch Vore lesbian and
Bog Witch Necromancer MILF.
Butch
Bog
necromancer
Witch
mouth.
Necromancer MILF Jr.
Hmm.
And then meet mommy.
Yeah.
This is this is a nightmare D&D party.
Uh,
It's a straight
This is a
nightmare.
typical D&D
Actually, you
party.
know what? It's a perfect heart party though.
Oh, hell yes.
God. Yeah. That or probably the worst case scenario is like fatal party, if I'm not wrong.
Oh, we don't speak the forbidden game.
This is just a joke, but I'm putting a hard line on mentions of fatal. Not content, just fatal is not allowed to exist in the game. I'm just joking.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay. Yes, so yeah, we ride in. Uh
Mm.
I imagine with what is Trinity's character's name? What do they look like again?
So yeah, they have dyke spikes, shark teeth,
That's
and they're wearing
fantastic.
like a nun's habit. A kind of a horny nun's hat, like
Ah,
the slutty Halloween costume version of a nun's habit.
right. Yes. This is perfect. This is perfect. Um, yeah, well, if you on the back of my steed, we charge into the fantasy zone and kind of pull up short as we enter the Godatorium, and I want to use my move. I can't remember exactly which one it was, but it was the one. Yes, weather beaten but unbowed. Uh, Whenever I first explore an abandoned location, I can scrounge for unclaimed freight and ask another custodian what I find, and then add it to the alt to my altar. So yeah, yeah, why don't what happened? Yeah, actually, sorry. Right, what happened here the first time you made it into this room?
Um, Luna now, not Trinity, points to a just well, it's not really a chest, I suppose. Points to the dead mimic that was in the room previously, and just is like, I ate that.
Right, well, I mean, that is one of the right ways to take out a mimic. Oh, hang on. Right, I'm Skillinor Junior. I was I was My mother was an adventurer, and now I'm the newest version to carry on her legacy. Right, okay, yes, mimic, that's the right way to take on a mimic, my child. Let's see if we what else we can scrounge. Sometimes you find the mimics are hiding
Wait,
atop.
can you tell wait, what's Zeph's character's version?
Darla Copenhagen.
Wait, next time you see Darla, you tell her how smart I was for climbing in the mimic mouth.
Oh, of course, dearie. I'll make sure everyone knows how good a girl you are and how good you are at Dungeons and Dragons, and Saints and Sisters. Trinity, what do you think of my character voice?
Trinity looks genuinely confused, like character voice?
I wink at you. I'm just like, right, you are, dearie. Yeah. Trinity, will you tell me what salvaged freight, what unclaimed freight I find as I scrounge?
Oh, hmm. Does it have to be literal? It could be anything, right? It's just you just
Yeah,
add
it
it to
could
your
just be
altar.
anything.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Um, I think Trinity didn't eat the teeth of the mimic, so why don't you take a full set of mimic teeth?
Woo! These are worth a fortune if you can get him to the right buyer back in town.
Like the tooth fairy?
I fought a tooth, or my mother fought a tooth fairy once, and it was a very fearsome foe. A full set of mimic teeth. And I pull out my character sheet and annotate it as I also take the mimic teeth and stuff them in a bag. A
So,
tooth for a tooth makes the whole world gum everything when they eat. That's ancient wisdom.
and so, Skelenora Jr. collects a full set of mimic teeth. I'm glad someone is taking notes for this because they will be optimal for dungeon delving. This room has been fully explored. Could we move on now?
Wait, what are the entrances and exits of this room?
It is one door going straight on through.
Is there a railroad?
Make the information move with sensitivity.
Oh.
Wait, no, communion.
Ooh.
Because you're currently speaking to the keeper of the temple about
I
this.
am speaking to the keeper of the temple. Can I, in communing with the temple, can I mark my? Oh, you know what? Yes, no, I'm going to do this. I want to mark my full set of mimic teeth and use my mimic teeth to roll the bones to like interpret them with with one investigating here.
Yeah, I guess.
Roll 3d6 for me.
Mhm.
That's a 10.
That is a 10. We're gonna cut away from that to head to the Skyward Sprawl. I will note that the Skyward Sprawl is also a very, very dangerous assignment. There is an looming tower as your husband is driving up into this place. Most of the streets have been abandoned as like little motes of like concrete dust fall from the air like snow. And there is about 20 feet away from the actual Skyward Sprawl a large chain link fence. Oh. This is as far as, oh, it could normally get us, but I suppose if you ask nicely, maybe we could find out a way around this.
I think Ziv kind of blinks a couple of times and says, "No, I wouldn't want to keep you from your poker friends."
If you're certain, my dear.
I think she just kind of gives a very clearly forced smile and opens the door and gets out.
He blows you a kiss.
I think she goes and she does the thing where she catches it, and she waits for him to drive off, and she just fucking throws it on the ground.
That's fair. But he does drive off, leaving you alone. Yeah. Every so often, like there is like sort of like flyers like pasted at over it. It's just like do not enter by like the sort of like official authorities and whatnot. So what do you do?
I mean, I think first things first is she's gonna pick up some stuff and toss it at the fence, make sure it's not electrified.
It's not electrified. I think this sort of fence was set up in quite a hurry. And then quickly abandoned just to like keep people away from entering the Skyward Sprawl, sort of increasing the size, as it were. The more people inside, the bigger the tower grows.
And I think she's gonna kind of walk around the perimeter of it and try and find like a spot where an animal might have chewed through to get like some food on the other side or something like that.
All right, this will be the veiled move. What are you afraid might happen?
I think the worst thing is that like she'll find it, she'll get to the other side, but the animal is still going to be there and it's still going to be hungry.
Mm, okay. Roll with insights, I believe.
All right. Let's see. Do I have anything? Hmm.
I mean, you have that antique oil lantern that only emits shadow.
Okay. So hear me out. I'm thinking actually the hand knitted baby socks. And this is like she finds the thing. It's a little bit too small, so she'll put the baby socks over her hands so that she has some protection, and she'll physically like separate the chain links a little bit more that
Mm,
she can get through.
okay.
I have no fucking clue how else I would ever use these items. Okay. That is an 8.
An 8. Yeah, we'll cut away from that for now. Piper Trinity, I owe you a clue. I think as you sort of roll the sort of bones, as it were, the mimic teeth, but I think you realize that the mimic teeth, there's little designs on them already, little prayer marks. And that is your clue.
Ooh. Do we recognize these prayer marks or
Uh, Pretty discernibly, like from the keeper of the temple.
okay?
Right, that's a good reminder that ultimately we're inside one big mimic of a town and dungeon. This whole thing, it's a living organism of faith and distraction. Trinity, I'm sorry. I do think this is important. And I do think we're in a great deal of danger. That's pretty much it. Sorry, I'm back in character.
Yeah, so let's see. You hear some dice like being rolled off in the distance. Mm-hmm. What is your name again? It'd be helpful if someone had their little tent card put up now, wouldn't it? Luna Savor, what do you do? Are you just going to stand here and wait for something to happen?
I would very
Just had the most excruciating phone call with Microsoft.
Um,
I love
Luna is going to dismount the black stallion because it's uh absurd to her to be riding this in a dungeon. Uh, and she's just going to open the door,
Mhm.
the only door in this place they have gone through, and
Yes.
proceed forward.
Let's go to a new location. Well, sub-location.
Dun, dun, dun.
I gather up the bones
Mhm.
and follow,
Yeah.
leading.
Come, Bone Junior. Yeah, Do not champ at the bit. I know it's close quarters, but our sister is leading the way.
The memory den.
Goody.
You enter a large, damp room with massive obsidian kegs lining the walls, puddles of holy liquids pooling at their supports. I paint the scene for everyone. What memory does the scent bring to mind, and how do you feel when you forget it?
Something about it smells really, really antiseptic. Um, like deep, deep hospital stench. And it brings back to mind um, Piper and her daughter in the cancer ward, and then her taking the cancer and then fleeing. And when she forgets this, there's always just kind of an ache somewhere in her body, and she doesn't really remember why until she really thinks about it again.
Um, I think it brings back to mind when Trinity had to put her brother into the feeding tube room and the smell of the thing, the food that had to be forced down, uh, not just his, but any sacrifice they made to their god's throat. And how she feels when she forgets it? Fucking relieved.
I think that were Zeph there, and when she eventually does go there, uh, that there's kind of like an earthy and metallic sort of aroma that emits from the liquid, and it would bring to mind the same smells that were present when she was removing the God fragment from Trinity. And I think when she would eventually forget that, she would feel, I don't know, I don't think she would really feel anything, not out of a lack of emotion, but because she simply doesn't remember it anymore. And there wasn't any sort of guilt or any real weight to the memory other than the fact that she did it and she did it for Trinity. But there's a lot of things that she does for Trinity. Uh, so I think it just passes like how a memory would regularly fade over time, and you don't really mind it that much because you can't remember it.
In this room, there it's more of a maze with obsidian sort of kegs, just like with like sort of fuck, what's the word? Stacks, shelves of them. And you hear the sort of steps, little steps on stone go doop, 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 as though someone is being very, very careful with not being heard. But what do you do?
I have an
Can
idea. Is
we
it a? Oh, go ahead. You go. Um,
I have a question. Can we answer a question?
Yes.
Cool. Um, I would like to answer if everyone's okay with it. What can extinguish Saint Shine?
Mhm.
Oh wait, wow, we have a lot of clues for this.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we can start killing the saints. We've been able to
Yes.
prove it.
Just get it.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think the prayer marks on these mimic teeth, when you threw the bones, are letting us know this is the room to end Saint Shine in, because the holy liquid can extinguish her and her light. Um, and what's a good second one here? Uh, this is such a stupid explanation for one of the clues, but I've played too much Magic. I think the flavor text on Saint Shine's card from the collectible card game, hints that this is where she ends up dying.
Mhm.
The italicized flavor text at the bottom.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
And
it's really
and
good.
something about like dousing, like there was a room, yeah, it alludes to like the smell that we're all kind of parsing in here and just like dousing it.
Yeah. Is there, do you want to roll flats or do you want to put in one more clue?
I'm good with rolling flat if everyone else is.
I'm down.
Bend it.
All right,
Hmm.
here we go. Oh, that's a six.
Six. Yeah. Listen, the flavor text was just like, was more about like incests the flame, the light, she shall be drowned in water. Like, doesn't mean it's holy water now, does it? And frankly, the prayer marks just indicated that there was a saint in this room.
Hmm.
And it's not Saint Chine, as like you're prepared to like sort of like imagine like probably had like some sort of receptacle to like pick up the holy water, probably a water skin or something, because typically that's default on an adventuring kit. Ready to spray it on Saint Chine to just start to doubt her, but instead it's Saint Epiphany that finds you instead ready for fights. Unless you wanna, I don't know, uh, put on a verse, write a verse or something.
So if we just do the one for the assignment itself, that's all we need to do. But otherwise, we all have to do one.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
Um,
yeah. However, there's only one verse for this assignment, so do be
yeah,
careful.
that's fine. Um, do we do we want to put on the one verse, or do we each want to put on one verse, or do we want to just eat suck?
Uh, let's all mark the verse of the chosen adventure.
All right,
Works for me.
works for me.
All right. You are correct. However, the issue is that the pools, they're not enough. You're going to have to break every single barrel in this room to drown Saint Shine. And you do encounter her face on, so she does know what you're planning on doing. So it's a race against time.
It's
Okay.
a race, huh?
Yeah,
Oh no.
because either Saint Shine will kill you or you will kill Saint Shine. The doors lock behind you. You cannot escape.
Well, it's a good thing that if we're up against a test of speed,
Scalanora Jr.'s got a trusty steed, Hambone Jr.
and
Is Luna's like, I'll take care of the barrels, you distract her.
Right. That's what we're going to do. Let there be light.
and I cast a fourth level like dark illumination spell that plunges everything into darkness except for like the dark vision of our players, and I'm going to like try and dampen her light to keep her distracted while doing that.
This will be the revelation move. Zeph is losing it. What are you afraid might happen, Piper?
I'm afraid that they've changed the way that this spell works in this edition.
Uh, yeah. Fourth level? You're a first level character. God damn it. You don't have access to it. So I think like as like you try to cast it, I think you just instead cast the first level spell of darkness, which is sort of on object sort of type of thing. And I think whatever focus that you have in your hand, it will cast like a small like sort of foot like 3 foot orb of darkness. So pretty
Can't
useful
I
spell.
can I argue with the keeper? Can I argue with the keeper and be like, there is a push mechanic to like spend like future like future fate points and stuff to boost your spell levels even when you're lower. I mean, you can't
Take the
expect.
condition of rules lawyer and gain
Oh,
advantage of the roll.
all right. Fuck yes. I was born for this. I was born for this, my friends. I'm rolling with communion or
You're rolling with communion.
all right, here we go. Um, that is that is 9.
A 9. We'll come back to that. Zeph. The skyward sprawl. You manage to enter the lobby. A lofty cathedral of soaring murals and concrete egg box ceilings, lit with diffuse light. It is the nurse center and war room of the zealots and the entrance to the elevators. There, sort of behind the main desk, Survey Monger has set up a gleaming chrome altar atop a melted and welded pile of lobby furniture. The space has strange acoustics and returning distorted whispers and mysteries. A paint the scene for everyone. How do the murals tell the story of the building's founding? How do the sprawl subtly twisted them?
Okay, can I get that in the chat, please?
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes. Other people like to have complicated paint the scene questions.
I'm a fan of them. I mean, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of them shows like the what is it? The flattening piece of paper, whatever they flatten cement with. A very like stained glass style version. Or I should religious esque, I should say, of someone flattening like the last piece of cement outside of it. But the sprawl has twisted it where the cement is pulling him in as he's flattening it.
There's a scene in the mural that is kind of like when they first broke ground, that has just this massive kind of crowd of people all cheering and smiling. And they have been twisted because their smiles, the ends of their smiles and their eyes specifically, have been drawn and like are dripping up now, up and up and up into the walls and or along the walls and up into the sky as they as the mural has been more and more distorted and pulled further and further upwards. Their faces and eyes and mouths distended and grotesque.
I think that there is a set of sort of scenes that are showing the person being sacrificed to the Slag King, um, being put into the foundation to consecrate it, and you can see that it's being changed in that all of the uh, humans in those drawings seem to be suffering from the same sort of concrete and rust rot that the people of the suburbs were facing.
Mhm. And a final distortion of the detail. The person that is being sacrificed for the building itself. It distinctly looks like Zeph. How does that make you feel, Zeph?
Think I think it just makes her feel powerless because like it's this is just another sign to her that like no matter what, some sort of god is going to want her, and there's no way that she can avoid that fate.
Take the condition a useful tool.
That's fucking good.
On top of the shrine, there is like this giant speaker, and below it, there is a person holding a microphone who is just massive, hairless, grease jobbed, and just covered in scars. And there's a little bit of feedback as he opens his mouth. Disciples, is it in the plans? Architectural blueprints, is it in here? And I said, Is it in the plans? And the followers are insisting that is in the plans, is in the plans, and they are on their knees, begging, weeping. They are, their flesh, parts of it have turned to literal stone. But what do you do, Zeph, as there is a sermon going on?
Uh, I think she's going to try and like hide somewhere and listen in to see if she can like hear anything that might help.
Mhm. This will be the information move with focus.
Hell yeah. And I don't think I want to use an item. 7.
A 7. We'll cut back to Piper and Trinity. Piper, you got 9. I'm going to give you the condition target on your back, Piper.
Seems appropriate.
Mm-hmm. As the rune darkens, and the source of it just sort of like has like tendrils coming from your spell focus, uh, indicating that you are the source of this. Saint Shine still is pushing back against the darkness because he got to submerge her, and the room has been thoroughly sealed. So you do have an opportunity. By Trinity, what do you do?
I'm going to use one of my moves, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to mark a Godflesh fragment, and Trinity is going to taste one of, oh, sorry, Luna is going to taste a new brand of cereal that she's made.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the box she pulls out is called Lucky Chomps. Um, and she just inhales it quickly. What is we have to roll for that again? It's been a while since I used this.
Mm-hmm.
Communion. Okay. Oh boy. Um, I want to mark a thing. Uh, nah, we'll just roll. We'll just roll.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah. I think because you have a taste for it and you're a hungry little guy, I'm going to give you disadvantage though.
All right. That's fine. Everything's fine here.
I mean, you could mark a second godflesh fragment since you do like have plenty of them.
That's true. I could, but I think it's more fun to roll at
Mm,
disadvantage.
okay.
2.
2. The absolute worst roll. We're going to go on break. All right, we have a few rolls on the board. Uh, one of which was a 2. And it sounds like Trinity wants to write a verse.
I would love to write a verse.
That's fair. While you think on that, we'll go to the outstanding investigation move of a 7 because I owe Zeph a clue. I think as you are listening in, there is like sort of behind the sort of the desk, there is like a very in-depth sound system with like sort of cassette players ready to like play recorded sermons of the past to go through the old ways, the old texts and whatnot. However, one of the recordings just initially the title comes out, Dreams of Ease Development Unavailability Report. And then the sounds of like static and grunting and just all sorts of cacophony of noise that shows like it's just been totally corrupted.
Intriguing.
As you're listening to this, and as other people are listening to this, you see their skin start to even like transform into a more ashy gray. Their bones, their teeth start to harden into a rusty color as though they are turning into rebar. I would like for you to make the revelation move to avoid transforming as you listen to this corrupted recording.
Egg. Let's see. I mean, yeah, I think I'm gonna use your psychiatrist, and I'm gonna, kind of, she's gonna reach into her pocket, and quick, we'll do like a very rapid flashback
Mhm.
to when, you know, uh Trinity and Piper went off toward the temple, and when Zeph kind of snuck away for a little bit, um, her husband finds her, and he's like, "I have someone for you to meet." Takes her into a psychiatrist's office, and there is a lot of discussion in which Zeph is clearly ignored throughout all of it. It is just the dear husband and the psychiatrist talking to one another effectively. Uh, and by the end of it, she has been prescribed a little bottle of pills that have the HOA symbol on the bottle. Uh, and I think she's kind of remembering, like, yeah, these will uh, help to numb you to outside influences. And she's like, well, I don't want to turn into concrete. So she's going to pop a pill, and I get to roll with advantage.
Do you want to perhaps use an alter item to roll with double advantage?
Is that how it works? Because
Uh,
it says when another move gives you
oh,
advantage.
uh, oh, that's right. Okay, never mind then.
All right, cool. Uh, so yeah, -1. 7.
7. Hold on, my cat is screaming to be let out. All right. Meanwhile, does your move have any miscondition?
It does not. I think it just fails.
Just fails.
Yeah. Or at least there's none written.
I think as you are trying to break these barrels, I think like probably like your third broken barrel inside it, there is a hard carapace of bone and cartilage sort of just oozes on out. Large feet, a sort of distended torso, and an anteater shaped head with, instead of the nostril, like little like nose, mouth at the end of it is a human mouth with human teeth.
Fun.
Mm-hmm. Proboscis.
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 Proboscis. As stated earlier, I cannot pronounce things for shit. Unless you want to write a verse.
I do. I'm gonna write a flashback to the event which made you step away from your faith.
Mm-hmm.
Which I do already if you want me to narrate it now, or I can save it.
Save it since we're building up a bunch of them.
Sounds good. So yeah, I'm going to take the effect of do one thing that is beyond human limitations, and because that this is 79, um, well, given what I'm going to do, I think getting a condition is probably the thing that's going to happen. But so the thing beyond human limitations, Trinity's mouth is going to split down the middle all the way to her crotch and become a giant mouth and grab all the barrels in the room that are filled with this holy liquid and crush them in its mouth. Um, and pucker its lips to uh basically similar to the end of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, fire hose Saint Shine with holy dip.
Wow.
So I'll take a condition is what I'll take for my complication.
Mouthful.
I have a feeling putting that much holy liquid in your mouth is probably bad.
You douse Saint Shine. The room is enveloped in total darkness. And I think you hear a whisper right behind you. That was impressive. You definitely have earned your seat at the table. And you will take that as a condition, a seat at the table.
Oh no. It's one of the family, isn't it?
No.
Oh well, that's less scary then.
That was from
They
the
want you to
keeper
join the
of
game.
Oh
They want you to
boy.
join the game. They
Oh
want you to be a
no.
new saint.
As long as you have that condition, you cannot leave the assignment.
Y'all, this is bad.
Oh yeah. Oh, how?
There is
Huh.
in fictional ways to clear that condition, such as
Without the
upsetting,
journey scene, I suppose.
yeah, such as upsetting the keeper, break the adventure.
This is a really fucking dangerous condition. This fucking rips.
Yeah, that's very cool.
I mean, you set up a very dangerous assignment, is it, Steph? So I have to like give back.
What can I say? I'm a freak.
Mhm.
So wait, does that officially
Yep,
extinguish and destroy Saint
yep,
Shine?
yep. The opportunity has been done.
Can I do something?
Yeah, you can do something.
So I think that like as you just like drown Saint Shine, I've been like riding Hambone around the room,
Mhm.
desperately trying to like cast so much darkness and everything, right? And I think I get hit kind of in the crossfire, and there's like a moment where as Saint Shine is like being extinguished, I'm kind of caught up in the light as well. And like I'm able to break free, but as I break free, um like the light not only is like extremely like bright and it's like desperate to get away from the water, but it surrounds me and I'm not able to block out the darkness enough that when it before it's fully extinguished, I end up like looking up and saying,
My mother neglected and abandoned me.
and like there's a moment where Piper like looks down and is just like, where did that come from? And then I go, no, no, my mother had a job to do.
Oh, my mother, she abandoned me. That's why I'm Skeletor Jr. But I'm doing it differently, right? I'm doing it differently. I provide. That's why I delve. That's why I delve.
And Piper just kind of starts to shake, and it's clear that like the immersion is fleeting. And then the light is extinguished, and Piper's free of the influence of like the revelatory illumination, and just kind of soggy staring at the open-jawed monstrosity of Trinity,
Who'd like to go eat the
of
corpse,
Luna.
by the way? There is a corpse left, right? Beautiful.
Yeah.
Trinity
Um,
will happily eat it.
I also believe do
That is my second kill of the since leveling up, if
yep,
that's what you're about to ask.
yeah. Yep, you
Also,
both
you just auto level if you kill a sister.
yeah.
Goody.
Yep. You have faith up. Unmark your sheet if it has been marked,
It has.
or and take the from level your current level, increase it by one.
Oh, I should have used that instead of
Yeah.
I'm now level 3. I'm sure that's good, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I level up to level 2.
Yep.
Yeah, as you
Oh,
eat the body, I'm just like, right, right. You always got to loot the bodies, right? That's just standard procedure. That's just... Can we leave this room, please?
yep. In addition, you should narrate a scene in which the keeper of the temple gives them a boon benefiting their character as a reward for their performance. Ask another custodian what the item is. Now, here's the very interesting thing, because it doesn't necessarily have to be an altar item.
Is there a reason you would not want it to be on an altar item?
Like a clue, perhaps?
It could be a clue.
I
It could
see.
also be a way to clear a condition.
Oh, that's yeah. Okay,
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah,
Okay, all
I
right.
yeah. Yeah, it just has to be some sort of physical manifestation. So, because that's the definition of an item. I I am I'm being very liberal with the interpretation of this move.
We pick another person to tell us what it is, right?
Yep.
All
No, the
right,
move definitely tracks. It's just worded very poorly. I wrote it bad.
It
I'll
fits
pick.
for the theme of the incursion because it's like
Yeah, no, it's a good move. It's just like the wording is a little funky, and I want to change it eventually.
yeah. But I find it very funny of it not being declared what type of thing it is. So like,
Oh no, absolutely, that's gonna stay.
mhm.
Um, since Zeph isn't here to enjoy the fun, I'll pick Zeph to give you the item.
It is a decanter of healing.
Mhm.
Ooh. Aaron, I'll pick you to pick my item.
Um, I feel like you get um a fragment of Sister Shine's divine light. Do with that what you will.
Oh fuck. I love that.
Mhm. I will note also, Trinity, since you have eaten an entire person at this point, you may clear the condition a hungry little guy.
Yay! Glad it wasn't Zeph.
Do we
Or
want
is
that
she?
do we want that fragment of divine light to be an altar item or a clue?
It's up to you.
Or um or do I need to clear a condition? I might need to clear a condition. Because I'm target on my back is really bad. Oh. Oh. I have an idea. Can I take this fragment of divine light and like affix it to my wizard crone staff, which of course I had. I know I didn't mention it, but you know I
Mhm.
had it. Um, and make it my new spell focus, and it is blinding, like it is light enough, and it is of this scenario enough that it actually kind of cloaks the fact that we don't belong to the point where there's no longer a target on my back.
Okay, that's fair. You can clear that condition.
Hell yeah. All right. And I will take that out of my because I started writing it down as a
Mhm.
um I'm just gonna mark it. No, well, I can't no, I do have to remove it because it can get unmarked by stuff and it shouldn't
Yeah,
be there.
yeah.
But it is a really cool I do think it's a very cool detail. I'm gonna try not to forget it.
Just put it with your character sheet, like with your
Yeah.
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 Level 2 fragment of new spell focus.
Mhm. Cutting away from that, back to Zeph, you got a 7, I believe.
Yeah, to
Or
not turn into concrete, baby.
no concrete for Zeph. I think I think you just have to leave in a hurry because, well, the afflicted, they are becoming ravenous, almost like zombies. They crave to spread the influence. Some of them sort of tumble over, sort of like seeking to go upward, up the stairs, up, 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 up. and like parts of them just like fall on down, where their flesh just melds with like the floors and walls. We see the pulsating, just remaining black veins. So, yeah, your complication is that you really cannot head upstairs at the current point, but rather downstairs is available to be explored.
Basement time.
Basement time.
Yippee!
The sublevels. A twisted garden of hallowed flesh dancing with floating gray spores. At its center, a gaping seal mouth opens from the seal. Below it, a pile of torn human meat, shattered bones and gristle, slowly transforming and rising into the growing sprawl. I paint the scene for everyone. What miracles of the sprawl are born as flesh grows into the building?
Uh, oh, this is disgusting. I can't believe I thought of this. Um, the rebarb that's like interspersed with the God damn it, stupid concrete beam that's interspersed with the concrete have now become intestines that are holding the building together. I hated that.
Let me check
Think
our.
that in the center of this like ganglefuck is a large beating heart made entirely out of concrete, and it kind of like as it pulses, it makes this wheezing sound, and rust spills out of all of its openings.
Moving through all of this, where the rust is spilling out and the intestines are you know vined throughout everything. Moving through the intestines are literal bricks that are from basically the tower's shit. That is literal bricks moving through, and as it leaves this intestinal system, it's building more and more into a wall that self mortars with meat and muscle and gristle and cement, and it is expanding deep underground under the surface of the street surrounding it as well. It looks like it's sprawling way further under the street than most people have any idea is doing. Literally shitting bricks.
Literally shitting bricks. The Zeph. Somewhere down here, presumably, the hollowed corpse of the sprawl saint was interred. Could probably search around looking for clues, maybe where that is.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's gonna do so, but she's still gonna be moving like really slowly and methodically because she does not want uh if there is indeed a saint down here, she doesn't want it to fucking know she's there.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. I suppose that would be with focus.
Hell yeah. All right. Let's see. Do I want to use an item? Uh, yeah, I think actually I'll use the oil lantern that emits shadow, uh, appearing as a soft blue light to the person who carries it. So it'll help cover her a little bit more, perhaps even more effectively because it's like a supernatural darkness. Uh, and God, for real, still only a mixed 9.
A 9. I mean, technically, the Skyward Sprawl does have a verse attached to it.
Yeah, but I like a complication. I love
Oh,
when my blurbo is all fucked up.
little Blorbo. All right. Trinity, Piper. I believe you're ready to move on to the next room.
Yeah, my tummy's awful. We're good.
Mm-hmm.
Is there perhaps a like hallway or stairwell or something that we could
Mhm.
that like a passage before the next room that we could
Yeah.
take a short rest in?
Sure. Technically speaking, your abilities reset per daily rather than taking rest system as per the previous edition of the game, unfortunately. So, but however, if you do want to role play with one another, I will allow that.
There is also like a thing where with revealing like your own personal like stakes and stuff, you are able to like gain more of those fate tokens to spend for later. And
Make
like
the
that,
make the information move with communion at disadvantage because you are a rules lawyer.
I know, I'm the worst.
You keep on talking to the keeper of the temple. Like,
I know, there's something wrong with me. Not even as a player, but as a person. Uh that's oh shit. That's a 6. Damn.
so Trinity ends up in the next room by herself.
Oh no.
It'll be fine.
It's fine. Well, we're gonna do with a new Panthesine situation, and fuck you, Steph, for this name. Uh, the Armory. It's Armory spelled with an I.
Armory.
No,
Oh,
it's
armory. Oh,
armory,
like
as in
down.
like,
Armori.
yeah.
Armory.
Armori.
Armory.
Memento.
Yeah, the Armory.
Jesus.
Memento
Jesus,
Armori.
Steph.
Yeah. Uh, a hallway lined with weapons and armor stands filled with grisly armaments. I paint the scene for everyone. How can we tell these items are still somehow living humans? Also, fuck you, Steph, even further.
Yes.
When the sword hits your eye like a big screaming guy, that's Amoe.
That's Armori. Jesus. Jesus Christ.
I think that there is a sword kind of on like a horizontal sort of plaque, like it's a display piece, and uh, the hilt is clearly made out of like a femur. The haft is two hands kind of spread out like that, and the blade itself is a sort of chainsaw type thing, except all of the blades are different teeth And there is an eye on the center of the blade that is frantically looking around, panicked.
Can I get the thingy in the chats, please?
Mhm.
There you go. I was still taking psychic damage from the fucking Amori one.
And I keep on saying omore, which is an actual word.
Amore eel, perhaps?
I think to build off of that, pretty much all of them have human eyes somewhere that are actively looking around, and most of them are weeping.
Well, I'm gonna stay on brand for Luna Savora here. Um, I think some of the hilts are mouths that are actively speaking and being like, come on, choose me. I'm the best one on this rack. Exactly. Yes, you grab them and they immediately bite you.
Of course. Piper, you weren't. I don't know why you keep on trying to talk to me about, like, sort of about the rules and whatnot. Frankly, there is. You just try to engage with the in-game fiction rather than trying to figure out all the rules because listen, I'm the keeper of the temple. I know all the rules. I am legit the rules. Like I can run this game. I don't need any backseat like keepering or whatever. Uh and so frankly, only the only reasonable punishment at this point is for you to just fall down into a pit. So
Did I fall down a pit and die?
you have fallen down in a pit. What conditions do you really have? Because I'm gonna replace one.
Motherhood and rules lawyer?
Okay, I will give you additional condition. Broken leg.
Rocks fall. Everybody dies. You have a broken leg. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
the pit is like about 20 feet down. So like in sort of fantasy terms, it doesn't actually deal enough damage to actually kill you, but just enough that you're like pretty low in hit points.
that's a rough investigation move. Oof. I think I'll mark a maybe I mark a verse for that one.
Mhm.
I think a flashback showing how I had no choice but to sign a contract as a custodian.
Mhm. Instead, you get a decently rough condition as marked by the keeper of the temple.
Am I still separated from
No,
Trinity?
no, you're not separated. You did not fall down into the pit.
Now, Skelenora Jr. doesn't have any like knowledge of what just happened, but
Hmm.
does Piper know that in the game a disastrous like thing was just averted through outside mechanical influence?
Technically, no, because that
No,
was
okay, we don't want to
that
play
was
that.
on your sheet that affects the Silt versus game, rather than the sheet that affects
I
the
guess that's fair.
Saints and Sisters game.
I guess that's fair. I wanted to break Piper's reality even
That
more.
might have been the most meta sentence I've ever heard in my life.
I'm just, it's a little, I'm trying to lean in. I'm trying to lean in.
Mhm.
There's a black cat just walks by, and I'm like, what just happened?
Mhm.
Oh, no, wait, no, we're fine.
What's in this new room? I make an investigation check to look
Yeah.
at the room.
Oh, why don't you have a magnifying glass and like out of thin air, a magnifying glass like appears about like at eye level, but because it like just appears there and then it's suddenly let go, it just falls down and breaks. And that is your
Oh,
clue. The keeper is now very passive aggressive.
I just wanted a room description.
Well, if you were actually paying attention, but I can be nice and repeat the description. It's a hallway lined with weapon and armor
that's right.
sets.
That's right. You did say.
Piper's brain turned off because Piper was told Piper was in a different room.
Right.
Luna just gives you the most like dead-eyed blank stare ever. Like,
And then I look at Luna again for a second, and I go, oh, right, it's vore. The whole thing, your whole character thing is vore, right? So I can't believe I didn't see that the first time. No, that's actually very funny. I love that. That's great. Did you write that? Is that? uh, That's really great, Tracy. Good job.
you
I
seem
love
like you
that.
might be hungry.
I'm. I've got rations. I think I've got rations. Yeah, and I go into my adventurer's pack and pull out one of my 3 rations that comes standard.
Mhm.
Treasury will pull out a bowl of cereal ready to go.
I will note that Piper is filled of
Oh,
convictions.
never mind. Can't scratch that. Don't eat the cereal.
You
Don't
don't
eat
want
the
to feed me
cereal.
this? Are you sure?
I don't think you want the cereal.
I mean, we could get crazy. We could get crazy in the dungeon right now.
You want to mark a verse because you ate my cereal?
Just like hyper flatlines.
Yeah. Hand me those.
That's what cornflakes are for, going absolutely wild. I mean, to keep you from going wild, but
Piper has 3 verses until like the final verse. So
Yeah, let's
it
not.
is.
No, Trinity does not pull out cereal.
Yeah, don't feed me your god cereal.
No,
That would
this is
be.
the normal cereal.
Don't feed me your normal cereal. That's also too dangerous.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah, it'll make you jolly.
what's the coolest weapon in this room?
uh probably the sort of um God, I don't know weapons. The like the ball with spikes that's attached to like a handle and whatnot. Do you like
A
the
flail?
flail? Yeah, a flail. I think there is like a flail, but instead of like having spikes, it has like human fingers.
Great. Um, I imagine the fingers are still wiggling, are
Yeah,
they?
they are wiggling. The flail is just going to say, "Pick me, please, pick me, please, pretty please."
I'm going to cast a praise on this here finger flail.
Trinity hasn't gotten to roll much.
Oh, fuck me. Don't listen to me.
I mean,
Um,
unless Trinity wants Piper to roll.
oh no, I'm fine to she she doesn't necessarily want to look at the weapons because she's got a mouthful of weapons. Um
Mm-hmm.
uh she does want to like look near them though, because they didn't either they got turned into these and put here, or something turned them into weapons here and they just are here now.
Mm-hmm.
So she's making sure there's not some awful trap that turns you into a awful weapon thing here.
All right. Information move with insight.
Okay. Do I have anything to mark here?
You
That
do have
makes
your
sense.
character sheet.
I do. That's true. Yeah, I'll mark my character sheet for advantage.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to be shitting me.
Oh no.
It's a 6.
Oh no.
Let's see, what sorts of creatures?
Oh fuck, I should use the scarecrow. God damn it.
Mm,
I
yeah,
wouldn't need to have to fucking roll.
yeah.
Well, that
That was
ship has
kind.
sailed.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was hinted at. Because you did have like a condition slot free, as well as you had a guarantee for someone to die.
Yep. I forgot.
So instead, as you're taking a look around, one of the sort of tenets of a good adventurer is to check all sort of the walls, the floor, and including the ceiling. There is a shrimpish creature with a shell of a mollusk, two small human legs, and a venomous barbed tail resembling a hand fan. And it has wings and it's looking down from above. And as you spot it, it takes flight and is zooming down towards you. Uh, make the revelation move. What do you afraid might happen?
I mean, feels like the obvious answer. It's going to sting me and inject me with something awful. Probably a poison that turns you into a weapon.
It's worse than that. Uh, you will be turned into a marvelous, beautiful weapon, shinier than the rest. And the creature will be so enraptured with it that it will keep it in its personal collection and use it against Piper. So you'll be used against Piper.
Great. Good times. This puts vitality or
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
okay,
vitality.
cool.
Mm, this is technically what the keeper of the temple wants. So, and I'm feeling really bad for y'all. As well as this is a current invocation of technically Piper, because Piper, it's a little bit weird, but I'm going to give you advantage.
I'll take it.
Mhm.
What? Why do you hate me, dice? Why?
Oh wow.
A 5. Yes, I've rolled misses with advantage twice in a row.
Wow.
In addition, you could have used your fucking scarecrow. We literally.
Fuck! Fuck.
uh, That's part of the reason why I gave you advantage because I think, God, if you're so determined to roll and not use your scarecrow, like, damn.
You gave me advantage. This one's your fault.
Okay, that's fair.
I
I,
felt confident with advantage, and maybe I shouldn't be confident that the dice at all anymore.
this is also part of the reason why a +2 or +3 can help you.
Oh, so I could have a 6 instead of a 5 right now?
Mm. Damn, there is no saving you, is there?
No.
Is this how tragedy dies?
In the Olive Temple, probably.
Yeah. So the fan sort of whips out sort of like the spores and like they touch your skin and you begin to transform into a beautiful great sword. It is the most fabulous weapon of all. Your sort of like spine makes up the sort of handle, your eyes still observing what's going on, still cognizant of the room you are in. And Piper, as presumably you're still arguing with the keeper of the temple about something or whatever, about fate points. And it's just like, please, you gotta pay attention. This game doesn't have initiative. There was combat happening here, Piper.
I will obviously be marking a verse.
Mhm.
I have a strategy actually for getting you out of it and transforming you back from a sword.
It's fine. It's fine.
All right. We don't have to do
I have
that.
options besides this too. I could also kill my scarecrow for a 12 plus right now.
Mhm.
Um, I am not
Oh,
without options, but I'm marking a verse.
okay. I don't think we have any unresolved rules at the moment. Okay. With how many fucking verses there's been marked, I think we'll go to end of session just to narrate verses because damn.
Oh, I wanted to fight the shrimp.
We'll fight the shrimp next time.
I had such a good idea that I might actually be able to turn rules lawyer into a bonus for me.
The keeper hates you. Uh answer
This
any
is really good.
answer any end of sessions. Yeah. But. Trinity, were you vulnerable with someone?
I I don't. Okay, this is a stretch, but it does basically showing her giant mouth vag to Piper count as vulnerable.
Okay, I will
I
give
think
you
so.
that.
All right.
Because I finally got that it was vore.
Yeah, that's true.
Luna
That's true.
Savore. Like
Cool.
it was a real connection there.
Piper, did you struggle with your personal faith? I don't.
I didn't. I was trying
You
to
struggled with the keeper of the temple, that's
I
for
was
sure.
I was trying to engineer a scene. I have an idea. Well, it will do it next time. It's fine.
Were you vulnerable with someone? I would say no.
I would say yes. I also had to engineer that one. I had a moment of like loud bleed.
Okay, I will give you that then.
2 experience points. That's what we want,
Mhm.
gamers.
Zeph, did you monologue?
No,
No.
not in character at least.
Mhm. Did you fulfill your desires despite your husband's wishes?
Yeah, when he offered to actually get us in the place, and she was just like, no, I don't want to be around you.
You icky.
Very
I would-
yucky.
I would rather do this the hard way than spend any more time with you.
Mhm.
Yunky.
Jesus Christ. verse time, unless y'all want a break to like think about them, because not only some of you have personal verses, but there's also the keeper of the temple verse. Each custodian recalls a time uh, they and their closest friends had a harrowing experience. Did they ultimately bring you closer together or drive you apart?
Oh, right. I do have one for that.
I have my personal verses good to go, but I the notion of Trinity having friends is very funny to me.
I mean, this could be an earlier time with Piper, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, that's fair.
It could also be like, yeah, she had friends, but then now, well, look at what she did. Now she doesn't. Scared them all away with all the incest talk. I think I can do one for the shared adventure or the chosen adventure. Um, I think we see Zeph before the kidnapping, before even their parents were killed by her and Trinity. Uh, I think she is at a birthday party for a friend from school. She and her friend group are all talking and laughing. They're playing party games. Uh, and I think that eventually uh, the adults start kind of like, they're all doing their own thing, not super paying attention as some tend to do. Uh, and I think that one of the kids comes over and is like, "Hey, I got some of the punch from the adult table." Uh, and they're all like kind of like excited about it. They're like, "Oh yeah, we're not allowed to drink this. That means that it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be awesome." Because anything that our parents don't let us do is because it's too fun, and they don't like that. Uh, and they start drinking, and clearly it hits them all very quickly. It is naturally it's an alcoholic fruit punch, uh, and I think that they all start getting like really goofy and like start running kind of wild um, until eventually the parents kind of catch on and the party quickly is broken up and people are starting to try and take their kids home and I think that Zeph is kind of like left hanging a little bit because I think her parents kind of dropped her off and then left. Uh, so she ends up staying with one of her friends, probably the friend whose house it is, the party. Uh, and they all like drink a lot of water, they get snacks, and eventually uh, have to purge their stomachs because they can't handle it. And ultimately, I think this kind of shared experience brought her and her circle closer together. The unfortunate part is that we, the audience, can recognize all of these kids as the child version of the several people that were hung up and sacrificed at Zeph's wedding.
I think I got one now. I think we see Trinity uh, at the corporation, like line factory, before she'd been properly anointed as the ambassador. And she's working the line with her coworkers slash pseudo friends. They're just work friends, but we'll call them friends nonetheless. And uh, as they're processing the various things that go into the fucked up cereals the corporation puts out, one of them gets their sleeve caught in the machinery and gets pulled in and starts screaming for help. And all of the people around Trinity freak out and start trying to yank them free as they get pulled into the gears and minced, basically, as Trinity watches impassively and does not assist at all. And I think after that, she is a full pariah at work. And I can do my personal ones as well, if you'd like. Those are pre-written. Okay. So, a flashback to the event that made you step away from your faith. So, we see Trinity post-consecration by the elders after she was locked in the basement. She sneaks out of her room in the evening and into Zeph's room and crawls into her bed. Not a new activity for her. Unfortunately for her, this time she falls into a deep sleep, probably due to her ordeal, and doesn't wake up in time to sneak back into her own room before their parents wake up. Trinity is dragged kicking and screaming from her sister's bed. Her parents start locking her bedroom door from the outside at night and nail her window shut. The first couple weeks, Trinity spends praying to the divinity to which she's been promised. The prayers turn to begging, the begging into unintelligible weeping every night. Finally, Trinity realizes that divinity is useless, and the only one who never lets her down is the one person she's being kept from. All right, and finally, a flashback to your adulthood showing the parts of your life you neglected in pursuit of miracles. We see Trinity in a shitty studio apartment, maps strewn about the area circled then with big X's slashed through them. The kitchen is a disaster. There's power of clothes strewn in about every section of the studio, and the bed is just a filthy mattress on the floor. Clucky, all these guts been useless in helping me find her. She flops onto the filthy mattress, arm draped over her face. Trinity is deeply underweight and her hair is matted, probably from lack of any care whatsoever. Clucky Cheese seems to tut at Trinity before walking over to the mat and pecking at it in the same location a few times. Trinity moves her arm to look and looks like a surprise. Our old farm, why would she be there? Clucky pecks at the same spot again and stares at Trinity with those judgy, solid black eyes. Trinity sighs and grabs whatever she deems essential, which is just Clucky, her skateboard, and a box cutter. She doesn't bother to bring food or water, or to bathe.
Those are so sad. um, I can do let's see, the verse of the chosen adventure. Um, Real quick, I want to ask what everyone's feelings are about possibly incorporating flashback, Theo Turner. Does anyone have any? I know Marty is not here to say yes or no. I just wanted to know what everyone's thoughts were.
I
Thumbs
think
up?
it's a fun way to get Theo kind of back into the story a little bit,
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially
I
since we're kind
agree.
of coming toward the end.
Yeah, and there is also the aspect of an unreliable narrator. So,
That's true. Um, we we cut to a kind of dark basement. It has similar vibes as to the like card game in the basement that we saw earlier in this episode. But instead of cards and instead of any poker chips or anything like that, there are dice. There are sheets of paper. Someone brought a screen and everything, and the swinging light that is like up above it has like it looks like Theo has put a really cheap cellophane like purple thing to like create ambiance over the light, and he's only done half a good job with it, but like it has really set the tone for this this evening of gaming. But the tone of the evening of gaming has been absolutely ruined by the raid by the authorities that has fallen down uh, on our plucky band of heroes. There's three other people alongside a slightly older looking Piper and a much younger looking Theo. As Piper grabs one of the rifles and leans out one of the windows and the basement windows and takes a couple of shots and says, "Right now, which one of you led them right fucking to us?" And everyone's scrambling and everything, and Theo's like, I'm just going to the gather up all the notes and everything. We cannot lose the notes. No one lose the character sheets. No one do anything. We have to keep all of it together." And Piper throws a Molotov cocktail out the door and says, "Right, but then we got to head right out the back. Terry, you need to get that fucking jeep started, and Sandra, you're going to go and get me another flask of whiskey here that we don't need, right? One of the cheap ones, and you need to hurry the fuck up." There's more gunfire, and Piper reloads the rifle, and fires out the window several times. There is another exchange of gunfire. The group is kind of separated in the escape, but throughout all of it, Theo and Piper end up on the back of Hambone, driving out into the night. There is a fire in Glottage tonight, where a building next to a basement full of nerds previously were meeting, and they don't know what happened to Terry and Sandra and the other one who, Piper can't even remember their name anymore at this point, because that night was just such an incredible escape. And Theo, after everyone had split up and they were high up in the mountains looking down on the lights being cast by the fires and everything, Theo takes Piper's hands and says, "Right, I think it's time to set it all on fire. You're always obsessed with destroying all the records, but we've had so much fun with this campaign. Do you really want to set it all on fire? Yeah, that's really what you want to do. Skelenora, you're going to throw a Skelenora right in. Come on, really?" And Theo just laughs and he says, "You agreed to this. This is what you agreed to." And she laughs and says, "Christ, but I'm not doing anything. We're proper fucking wasted. We just nearly lost everything tonight, right?" And she grabs one of the bottles of actually good whiskey that was not used for Molotovs, and they share it. And in the woods that night, before burning all the campaign notes except for one, Piper kept it back and couldn't bear to burn it. Never told Theo. But as they made their little pyre of their little game and destroyed all of it because of Theo's waxen scrivener. When she was going down on him afterwards in the firelight, she looked at him and realized she recognized that dick. That's the thing about being constantly on the go and constantly working glory holes in just this transitional liminal nature of her job. She sees a lot. And after that moment, this wonderful moment of connection where he didn't know, but she did, that was when she stopped returning Theo's calls. That was when she stopped meeting up with Theo. And that was when she decided very, very firmly to stop seeing Theo's eyes in her daughter's eyes whenever she looked at the photos that she keeps. But that was years ago. And this is why it's extremely important that you fuck everyone in your D&D group.
Just on the off chance that one of them might be from the old glory hole.
Just on the off chance,
The
you just
old
gotta
glory
check,
hole.
you know? Make sure you recognize it when you see it. You don't want to get it twisted. You don't want to get it, you don't want to.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
typically that's kind of bad for it.
Anyway, that's my verse.
Damn. Oh, I guess we'll go to stars and wishes.
I guess.
I go ahead.
I can go first. I've been trying very diligently to take notes, um, because this has been so much fun. Um, so chaotic, your condition game absolutely on point. Um, throwing down rules lawyer and then useful tool, like absolutely top notch names for conditions, and the voice of the keeper just incredible. Like, geez, I feel very much like just like the disappointment in the keeper's voice, just like these shenanigans again, motherfucker. Are you serious? I can't get enough of it. It's great. Um, Aaron, so your flashbacks are absolutely gut wrenching, and the phrase specifically, like, this is how she learned that divinity is useless, just like really hit me. Like, that's so Silt versus baby. And no, it was absolutely perfect. And then on kind of a very similar vein, Steph, with like feeling powerless in the tower, like as a response to the question of like, what does it feel like to see yourself in the mural and everything, and just like absolutely powerless to the all of the whims of all the gods around you, just like broke my heart. And it was another moment that was that so Silk versus, as well as just throwing away that the blown kiss from dear husband, like that was perfect move, absolute perfect move. um my wish is I hope that we all survive this fucking dungeon. I want everyone to live through it, um because I just want everyone to live through it. I want everyone. I know no one's getting a happy ending, but I I I don't know. I'm absolutely loving this assignment. The the keeper of the temple assignment is really good. Um, and yeah, I want us to survive it and triumph.
I I hate to break it to you, but Trinity's only got one verse besides Final Prayer left right now.
Oh no!
Now, granted, I have Scarecrow right now, so I have,
Hmm.
stuff, but just want to put it out there. I don't think she's making it out.
I don't. I honestly, I don't think any of y'all are gonna make it to like the confrontation.
I'll go ahead and go. For Kyle, the fact like Steph pointed out in chat earlier, where like Zeph has just become her character doing a character voice. Trinity doesn't do a character voice. It's just a idealized version of herself, if we're being honest. And then Piper is like, "Oh, I've got to do a character voice and get into character real quick." That was brilliant and fucking hilarious. It was very hard. I didn't keep my shit together. I was laughing my ass off a whole fuck ton during the session. It was incredibly funny. Um, I also love the rules layering. Oh, that was great. Good times. Good times in the temple of awfulness. Um, for Steph, the whole showing off Zeph to his gross friends in the poke in the basement playing poker was, I guess it's an anti-star because it was so vile and awful, but I love that shit. Um, yeah, that was fucking fantastic. I also it was very starred, but also yes, the throwing the kiss on the ground once he was out of view, perfect. Like 10 out of 10, no notes. For chaotic, uh, star for reminding me after I ate shit about my scarecrow twice. Um, Good job. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me about my move that I just took that I should have remembered I took today. Um, Also, I love the description of the fucked up little shrimp guy, which I immediately wrote in chat. That sounds delicious. For those who don't know, I am a shrimp freak. I love shrimpies, so we got to eat that shrimp. Um, I
But it has
also
feet.
I also just loved how just done the Keeper of the Temple is with Piper. Just completely fucking done. Like I think the Keeper is just like it's such a funny dichotomy because uh Keeper of the Temple is done with Piper, but is like, oh, Trinity, like you're cool. We want you to join us. And that's the two partying together currently. It's like I marked most beloved and you marked most hated.
Piper's low-key jealous. Piper's like, no, I'm the one who's good at this game. I'm the one I have history with this game. I should be the one that wants to eat.
Most below, that's good. That's good. I like that. For wishes, I'm not necessarily concerned about living till the end of the assignment because I know I'm not making it to the confrontation. I know that for a fact. You two might, but I am not going to. So my one wish is that I get to do with my final prayer what I have planned to do for probably a month now. I've had this ready to go. So that's my only wish is to do my final prayer and have everyone be like, "What the fuck, Aaron?" It's gonna be a good time. Azzy for me. Also,
Uh,
this is one of my favorite sessions ever. This is a great
yeah,
one.
no, this was great. Um, so first off, star for Kyle, like, yeah, agreed. The character voice fucking sent me. Uh, I also really love the detail of it being Hambone Jr., even though like it could have just been Hambone. Like, why is Hambone Jr.? Like, why? And I love that. It's so good. It's not like Hambone Senior is dead. Um, so that's really good. I also like really absolutely adore how everyone is engaging with the assignment. It's so I don't know, it's so like tonally different from the rest of the game, but also incredibly like fitting for it at the same time. And I'm really impressed with everyone for being able to like pick that up and just immediately go with it. Um, in more specifically, for Kyle, I fucking loved that last narration. That was insane. I recognize that dick goes so fucking crazy. Holy shit! Like without that line, I don't think any of us would have realized what the fuck was happening. Uh, and even then, it took us a minute. It's like, oh no,
Oh no.
so, that's terrifying.
I think you could
Uh,
watch us like in order figure it out too. Like
Mhm.
on
yeah,
camera, like because we did not all figure it out at the same time.
I'm
Yeah.
excited to watch the replay on that, honestly,
Yeah,
because that was pretty
yeah,
good.
like at first I was like, oh yeah, like I know previously it was established that like they dated at some point, and I'm like, okay, that's reasonable. Yeah, probably this was probably around the time they dated. Probably maybe part of the reason why they broke up. That was what I was
yeah,
thinking,
definitely.
and then I recognized that dick, and I'm just like, huh? Oh, oh no.
Yeah, that was fucking crazy. So big ups for that one. Um, for chaotic, I love how you're running the Keeper of the Temple and how, like, again, how you're characterizing it. But I also love how you keep breaking but all the fucking weird shit that I write and all the fucked up names and weird enunciations for everything. Uh, Big fan of it. It makes my heart happy. Um, because I love tormenting my friends.
Mhm.
Uh, but in more like be more specific, I really loved the voice you did for Surveyor Monger. Like that was a really good voice. It sounded like you were on the radio when you were doing it. Like that was really impressive. Being able to make it sound like your voice was coming through a microphone while your voice in real life is literally going through a microphone. Like that's pretty sick. That goes pretty crazy. So well done on that. And for Aaron, it should come as no surprise to anyone who knows anything about my writing, but big fan of the giant mouth vagina. Um, Very good. I also love that like your first instinct in any of this assignment has been okay, now I'm gonna eat it. Uh, and that has done both good and bad for you. And I love that. I love that for us. Yeah, I'm really, as far as like wishes go, I'm really excited to see everyone get to the penultimate room for the in the temple, because that one is very good for this campaign in particular. Like it's pretty heart-wrenching in general, but for this one in specific, oh my God, it's gonna break us. Like it's gonna fucking break our characters for real. And I'm very excited for it. Um and yeah, I'm also just like super stoked to see how we continue to like resolve the assignments and to see who makes it to the end.
Mhm. That's me. But before I give my stars and wishes, a little scene. Far away outside of the Miracle Zone in a sleepy little town called Welkin's Vigil. There has been commotion. Several people have died, whether it's to the saint itself or to more extraneous things, such as uh, the love saint that got rampaged a while for about a week or so ago. And so calls were made, and because like so much destruction has been caused already, and like this town's main value is to preserve the heritage of it. And so they reached out to a trust, the Scatterbridge Trust, that is was established to preserve the heritage of lost and lingering divinities. They have small museums all across the peninsula, but something special about them is that they also employ a private militia to seize assets on its behalf, as well as to help the locals deal with a wayward battle saint. The Sleepless Warden is now an asset. Now to back to Stars and Wishes. God, I don't know who is gonna. I don't know if any of y'all are gonna resolve the Keeper of the Temple just because of like where people are at their verses. So far, yeah. Uh, yeah, yeah. Like Piper and Zeph are tied for the most amount of remaining verses. Which is 3 before the final verse. I don't think you're gonna be able to resolve it. Uh Sorry. God. Too deadly of an assignment, Steph. At least for this part of the campaign.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's perfectly deadly, personally.
Yeah. Like I could see like some circumstances with dear husband helping out, but like I doubt it. Just because of the nature of like, no, Zeph will not call him her or her husband to like solve problems for her. Uh Piper, goddamn, you're just like, I'm ready to have the spotlight on me. I'm gonna have narrative control. I'm gonna have all the rules to me, and like the keeper, like me as a player knows like you typically are very good about spotlight management, but the roleplay opportunity was very, very good of just like, I know Trinity is there, but what if I was taking the lead on things? Um, and I'm just like, the keeper was just like being like, please, for the love of God, stop.
Please, for the love of me.
Yeah. God. And y'all have like another 3 questions to answer on that assignment. You're currently at 4 clues, so like answer 2 of them. But damn, God. Also, just like the Skyward Sprawl is just like grody. And so it's going to be very, very interesting dichotomy of just like, Zeph going to there and just dealing with zombies and whatnot, as well as like a faction war. And then you two are just like, what can we eat? What are we going to munch? What are we going to crunch? Also, Trinity almost feeding Piper a cereal and just like causing another verse was just like, goddamn, don't do it.
I've never claimed to be the smartest person.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, the opposite has been claimed.
God. Yeah, but it really shows like how like CFB doesn't necessarily need a combat system per se, because it's just like been like it's been like fighting things off, and it's just been real good shit. Also versus horrifying. I'm scared. I'm sad. All of this at the same time. Uh, all of you all commit crimes. I just like, damn. But any other stars and wishes? we will end the recording.